Welcome to the Wisconsin Music Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the Wisconsin Music Podcast, where we amplify the incredible music talent right here in Wisconsin. I'm Zach Fell, your host here on the Wisconsin Music Podcast. Today, I am thrilled to introduce a remarkable woman whose love for music and unyielding spirit have inspired many. She's a journalist, a cancer survivor, and a visionary behind The Tootie Show, a podcast that celebrates the artistry and stories of local and independent musicians. Please join me in welcoming Terry Ann Lenning, also known as Tootie, as we delve into her journey, her passion for music, the impact of the Tootie Show on Wisconsin music scene. Welcome, Tootie, to the Wisconsin Music Podcast. I'm glad to have you on. How are you today, and how's it going?
I am doing really well today, to be honest. The last couple of days were a little hairy, but today is a good day.
Good to hear. Now, I first heard of you from the Facebook post that Corey posted about the GoFundMe page that they put together. Can you share with us and the listeners your journey with music and how it's impacted your life, especially during your unfortunate battle with cancer?
Well, in 2019, I got really super sick, and they couldn't find exactly what the problem was. They knew it was cancer, but they couldn't find out exactly what kind of cancer it was at first. And then all of a sudden, just more things started coming up through the year of 2020. But it was kind of hard because we were during that lockdown from COVID. So it was hard to get into the doctors and figure out exactly what was going on. I found out that year, 2020, like 2 weeks before my 30th birthday is when I had uterus cancer. And I was bleeding out for a whole year, and I couldn't stop. So I was really super sick, and December of 2020 is when they finally got me into the surgery to have my whole uterus pulled out, the hysterectomy. And I died during the surgery, not once, but a few times on the table. I had an in-body experience. From there, during the surgery before I went under, they go, "Is there anything that we can do to make you feel comfortable?" I love music, so like play music playlist on Spotify. I had 700 something songs on there. And during the in-body experience, I saw the light. I was ready to go. I'm like, oh, it's my time to go. And all of a sudden, my favorite music artist, Overtime song, came on the playlist, and it jump-started my heart and lungs. My soul went back to the body, and I'm here today because of that.
Wow, what an amazing journey, just laying there on the operating table. But definitely glad that you are here with us today. So what inspired you to start the Tootie Show, and how has it evolved since you started it?
That's a good question. So when I was battling the cancer treatments, during that, before the surgery, I fell in a deep hole of depression. I was turning 30. I didn't have any kids. I didn't have a family. I didn't start a family. Never been in a relationship. Never had that experience. So finding out that I had uterus cancer, it broke my heart because all I wanted was to have kids. And I found out I couldn't have any. So it was just a struggle. And then I found this music video on YouTube. It just told me, click on it. So I clicked on it, and it was the video of Divided We Fall from Overtime. And I fell in love with the video. So I looked him up some more, and I started following him and loving all his music. His music helped me cope with my cancer skills, and it helped me bring back life, because I was struggling with depression, and some of his songs that he has helped me fight and keep fighting so I didn't give up on life. And so that's pretty much how it happened. And then when I had the surgery, his song actually saved my life. So I got more involved with it. And then ever since then, it's just like, I always wanted to be a journalist. I had a heart for writing because when I was back in high school and middle school, I just loved writing. But the government told me I couldn't be anything because of my learning disability that I have. So they probably pretty much shut me down and caused more depression when I was growing up through that department. And then when I met Overtime's music is like, don't have anyone tell you can't do anything, no matter who you are. You can do it and start it and be whoever you want on yourself. and listening to his music and his songs and just talking to him, because I met him a few times already in person, just having that mentor, that's how I started the Tootie Show. It basically, I started listening to music, I started doing reviews on music, and that's pretty much how the Tootie Show started.
With a show like yours, what challenges have you faced running that show, and what are some of the things that you had to do to overcome that?
There is a lot of challenges I'm still battling. Right now, the major part is getting the financial part, because I'm still struggling with all the cancer aftermath from the first time. So I'm still in a lot of debt. So I'm still trying to climb up and trying to get everything. So that's the biggest one, is the financial, trying to get everything up and running. Getting all the necessary equipment to get everything going. That's the other struggle. And then the other struggle is that you have competitors. So you have to, like, in the scene that I'm in, I have two other competitors that are like kind of battling against each other and trying to see who is best. And I don't really care for that, because I cheer on for everybody. But then it causes a bunch of drama, and that's the stuff that I don't really care for. So it's a battle. That's the other worst part about it, is that you got to pick and choose, who you support, I guess.
Okay. So are you saying that you're so not your competitors, but people that you feel are within the same umbrella as you, those two are competing against each other, and you're kind of like looking at that from the outside going, I don't want to deal with any of that drama. I'm just doing my own thing over here, and if people want to participate and listen in what I'm doing, then that's all that I really care about.
Yes, that's exactly. I just want to be myself. And like I said, I care for the community so much. I love the community and being with the community and the music. And I don't care about the being competitive with everyone else. My heart is just, I, like you said, I had cancer, but I don't know if anybody else knows, but I also got diagnosed with cancer again. So I'm battling cancer once again. This time it's in my ovaries. So that's why Corey made the GoFundMe page right now, because it's a struggle, and I'm trying to do the Tootie Show is what's keeping me fighting.
Right.
And so with every other people, the competitors, they're just like trying to take everyone with like, well, don't go with Tootie, come with us. And I'm just like, why? Why do you have to be like that?
Right.
Why can't we just all support everybody?
Exactly.
So I'm just like, it causes drama, and it's just like, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just doing my own thing.
Right, exactly. I mean, I kind of feel the same way about my podcast. Like, I'm just doing this to help the music scene here in Wisconsin. If people want to go and challenge other, social media people out there, then that's their own deal. I'm not going to get into that mess. If you want to help support the Wisconsin music scene, then go and do that. Why waste your energy battling each other? We're supposed to be helping rise everybody above, the tide. What's the saying? All ships rise with the tide, basically, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So unfortunately, like you mentioned, you have that GoFundMe page that Corey set up, because unfortunately another round of cancer is hitting your body, and you need help to, with medical bills. Unfortunately, with, the healthcare system these days, it's just way too expensive to be sick, unfortunately, as sad as that is. So where do you know what the GoFundMe page link is?
I actually have two of them.
Okay.
So one of them, one of my good friends, Holly, she's like a sister to me. Her husband, Josh, is actually my DJ that I work with a lot. And DJ Jay Vicious and Holly, they started a GoFundMe page when I first found out I was sick in September. And it's on the GoFundMe. It's like literally on the GoFundMe website. It hasn't gone anywhere really, because a lot of people just don't. It's sad. Everyone is struggling. So, I mean, I get it. Nobody wants to donate anymore. So that's just the sad part.
Yep.
And then they also, Jay Vicious and Holly also did a benefit cancer music event show in October. And it was okay, but it wasn't, a lot of people didn't come and donate and be there. So it didn't go anywhere really. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, as I'm being sick, I've been working a lot at regular jobs. I had 3 jobs I was working at on top of it, trying to get back on track, trying to get my financial situation back on track as I'm sick. And so I busted my butt so much this last year. So I was going to get a good tax return refund. I claimed 0, so I knew that they could take as much out of my check as they wanted, so I could get a good refund. Well, recently I just found out that I'm not getting a refund. I actually owe $4,000 back to the federal, which
Oh
I don't
no.
understand. I'm at lost words. So I lost all my refund that I was planning on getting. And so now that takes away because I'm also carless. My transmission went on my car the first time when I had cancer during the treatments, going back to Freighter and back. So I've been without a car for almost a couple of years now,
Oh
and
wow.
I can't get any because of my credit is bad from the cancer the first time. So I'm struggling, and I was going to use the tax to get my car, and then I was going to use my taxes to get my medication that I need for the cancer, and then I was going to use it to help promote the shows that I'm doing, to help promote them. But
Right.
now I'm not seeing a dime. I actually owe, so that puts a financial struggle. So
Right.
Corey, my friend buddy Corey noticed that, so he started a second GoFundMe page and see where he knows a lot more people than anyone. So, and that's where you found it.
Yes, that's exactly where I found it. So it has led you to being here on the podcast, which hopefully is going to help elevate your situation to the people out there and hopefully can help you out. So let's kind of talk a little bit about the show that you are running, the Tootie Show. Let's kind of talk about what should people expect to listen to when they go and listen to your podcast?
Well, I'm trying to actually build it as a podcast. Right now, it's just like a show, social media show kind of thing. I don't have the LLC for the podcast up and running yet. I'm trying to build a team so I can actually have hosts. I want to do like kind of like a radio podcast community where I can have a group of people just come up and talk, and we can come up with things to talk about. But my main thing that I do a lot is I do music reviews, I do food reviews, I go to restaurants and I test out food. I take pictures at show events. I go to certain big show events around an area. I help support the music community that way. And I take pictures for them, and I take videos and I share them. And now, just recently, I got a call from a bigger independent music artist from out of state that he said, Tootie, I want you to promote me for the whole state of Wisconsin. And I'm like, I'm not a promoter. And he's like, no, this is your job. This is you. I want you. And I'm like, okay. So I took the opportunity because it would also help get my mind off of the cancer stuff.
Right.
So I took it. And so now I'm going to add being promoter onto all of that with everything else I do.
Excellent.
So my podcast is like, it's all kinds of stuff. It's like up and down. It's all kind of stuff. But I want to help the community and the music and also the small businesses and companies. I can advertise for them. I'm very good at advertising and selling their products and all that stuff. That's kind of what I do. I want to advertise. I want to promote them like a regular commercial air kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, but that's pretty much what the whole Tootie Show is about. It's just like laughter, stories, sharing music, especially the music that means something, like comes from the heart. That not a lot of music that's put on air now is just about sex, drugs, and all that kind of stuff. And the music that I got myself involved in, it comes from the heart. It actually means something, like it's helping people cope with life experiences of what they went through.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, recently I saw on your latest YouTube channel you had an artist come on. How do you select the people that would come on and talk with you?
Yes, I do interviews also. Sorry, forgot to mention that. That's my favorite part because I love getting to know the people and the artist and the community. Whoever comes and follows me and they see me, or I go to shows, is when I do a lot of my networking, is when I go to shows. I introduce myself and say, they're like, oh, you do interviews? And I'm like, yeah. Well, then I said, reach out to me. We'll schedule an interview. Come on over and we'll do an interview. And that's how it happens.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So people that are listening onto this this episode, go contact Tootie over on her show if you're interested in working with her. Now, the next question I have is, as a journalist and an interviewer, what message do you hope to convey to your audience? I know you're talking about, things from the heart, but particularly regarding the importance of supporting the local and independent music artists.
That's a little tricky question, actually. So, sometimes I'm not 100% perfect. I have a learning disability, so my writing is not 100% perfect, but I like it. I love it.
Good.
And I just love talking and getting to know people. My biggest thing is just that for interviews, just be yourself. Don't try to be fake. Don't try to be anybody. Oh, I'm this macho person and trying to be that somebody. And just my big advice to everybody, just love yourself and be yourself. Just be yourself. Smile, laugh, and be yourself. That's my motto.
Excellent.
That's what I look and want to tell everybody.
Good. Yeah. Why do something and be all fake about it? Then what's the point of doing it? Because then that's not really you.
Yeah,
sure.
right?
Yeah. Now, how long has the Tootie Show been around?
I started it September 22nd, 2021.
Okay. So we are coming up on 2 years, almost, and at the end of this year will be 3 years. Excellent. Have you had any memorable moments so far over the last few years?
I did. I had a lot of memorable moments. I've seen Overtime about 5 times live, a couple of times in Wisconsin and a couple of times, one time in Kansas. The best part about that whole story, this was probably my most memorable story so far, is that when I first started following Overtime and getting involved with all of this, I found out he was coming to Wisconsin on tour. I almost cracked my pants. And so I literally had to look up to see how much the tickets were and see how far it was so if I can go see him. And the tickets were only $25 for a ticket. So I was shocked. I'm like, oh, I want to go. And I found out it was in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. I'm like, oh, I know where that is. So I talked with my mom. I'm like, yeah, let's buy 2 tickets and let's go. So we bought the 2 tickets, and then all of a sudden, like a month later, my mom surprises me with the VIP tickets.
Oh, wow.
And but the best part of it, when I was looking up the date, that's another time I almost cracked my pants, because the date was my birthday, August 20th, and they came to play for my birthday. So that was the first time I actually met Overtime.
Yeah.
And it was the best concert I ever been to. And just, he took time out to talk to me outside for 45 minutes and just stood there talking to me for 45 minutes outside.
So he's a real person. He's not some
He
fake
is.
person.
He is
Awesome.
he cares about his fans. He shakes everyone's hands after the show is over, everything. He's just a really cool independent music artist. And because of that, I met so many other cool ones. And it's just like, I had some really good memorable moments. Like, if you go on my page, you'll see all the pictures and videos of all the stuff the people I've been meeting and the interviews I've been having. It's just, those moments will last a lifetime with me.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I had the other big moment that I had recently was when I got asked to be the MC for the band Piston.
Okay.
On January 27th. And Corey, my friend Corey, that you saw the post, he's the main drummer in the band.
Yep.
So so that was a big memorable moment of being the big MC for the first time for that. So that was great. That was a big moment, and the band was awesome, and I loved it. I had a great time being the MC. So
yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're definitely doing great things, and I'm glad things are, at least some great positive things are happening to you in your life, which is great. Now, the next question I have is, how do you balance your personal life, your work with the Tootie Show, and your other professional endeavors? Is it a struggle, or is it you kind of have a good balance on it?
At first, it was a struggle. Like I said, this last year, I had 2 other jobs plus the Tootie Show, so I was technically doing 3, and it was a struggle. It was hard. And then I had to deal with a lot of stuff with my mom on top of it. My mom has a lot of health issues too, so I had to jumble that and jumble that. I was working 12 to 15 hours at my regular job, and then I had a second part-time job, so I was working there. I'm trying so hard to get the financial to get up, just to keep going, and um it's let me tell you, it's I'm not gonna lie, it was really rough to there was times where I couldn't even do it all, and I just I have so much energy. I don't know where it comes from, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But at sometimes I just felt like my energy was dying down. And during the summer, I noticed of last year that I was not doing as much as with the Tootie Show, and I could really tell it took my positive energy away, and a lot of negative came back to me. Like I was
Yeah.
missing something because
Right.
I was always working. I was always working, but I wasn't doing what I truly really loved with the Tootie Show. Like I wasn't doing going to shows. I wasn't doing it. I missed it. And
Yeah.
that's what, and it was really hard. But I had to make a decision. At first, I was going to put it down. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, and then I also bumped in some rude people that were trying to bash me on my show and trying to bring me down too. And I'm just like, why do you have to do that? Like, well, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I can't do this. And so, yeah, I was battling it. A couple of times I wanted to put it down and like, I can't do this. But in the end, I'm like, this is my dream. This is what I'm fighting for. And this what truly makes me happy. So, in the end, I had to find the balance.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you're still here around. I've had the same kind of thoughts too about the podcast. Am I really doing anything that's positive for the scene? Is this really worth it? There's other, places that people can go and listen about Wisconsin music, but overall, it's like I enjoy doing it. I love meeting the new people, especially people like you, and just trying to help, the scene here in Wisconsin for, everybody that's involved in music. So it's glad to see other people doing exactly the same kind of thing, going out there and just trying to be positive about the music scene here in Wisconsin.
yeah, I have so much love for the whole community. I have such a big heart. And when I was growing up, I was the shy. I was in a turtle shell. You couldn't even get me to talk to anybody. And all of a sudden, after like having an experience like having cancer, it changes you.
Yeah, I
Like
bet.
after I had the surgery, I was a totally different person. I had all this energy. Like I said, I don't know where it comes from. And I lost so much weight. And I'm healthy. Well, not anymore because I'm sick with cancer, unfortunately. But I was healthy. And I just was happy. Like, the Tootie Show makes me so happy. Just like the people I go to meet and the shows I go to. Like, I discovered other music that I didn't even know that was out there. And I love it. It's just like, it makes me feel like the music is my bloodline. It keeps my
Yeah.
heart pumping for some reason, and it keeps me going.
Yes.
And then the people that I meet also for the community and the music artists, and they're like my friends. They're like my homies now to me, and they're keeping me going because they notice when I'm down, they uplift me because I need that.
Yeah.
And and they're there for me when I need them, and then when they're down, I'm there for them to uplift them. And we all need that. We all need that in the world, and
Yep. I hear you.
it
Yep.
it's great.
Yes.
It's a great feeling to be. It might be hard dealing with a lot of the drama stuff, like I said before, the drama stuff and people just fighting and but in the end, you really do truly meet the most amazing people, and it just changes your heart.
Yes.
And it's like, I am doing this for a reason because I love it. And I want to help change the community, bring the community back together again.
Yes. And how can listeners in the community support the Tootie Show and its mission to help, just continue doing what you're doing?
Well, keep following me. Follow the Tootie Show. My Facebook is my main page. Right now I'm at 816 followers.
Nice.
Which is a pretty good, decent following for being almost 3 years in. But just keep following. I'm the only person that really runs my page. So if you comment, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. I mean, I don't have a solid team that actually if you comment or message me, you're talking directly to me. So that's one way. Or if I go live, or if I do live videos at a show, send stars. That's also good support, because then I will get some income coming in that way. I also try to look for sponsorships. I would like to get sponsorships to help me support the show. But my thing of that idea is I would like to advertise and help promote them to get the sponsorship. Like, I would like to support their company, and in return, they can sponsor the Tootie Show. So if you want to help support the Tootie Show and you have a business or you have a company, come contact me and get involved, and then you can help sponsor me and I can help advertise for you.
Wonderful.
It's like, I scratch your back if you scratch mine.
Exactly.
We need people to learn how to bargain again, instead of same thing with the bars and the pubs and the venues. I mean, everyone needs to make money. We all know this. But we also have to understand that we're living in a world that a lot of people don't have a lot of money, and we're all struggling. So if a bar or a venue or a pub has space to do live shows, I can bring business for them, bring people in. They're buying the liquor and the drinks and the food, but they need to work with me and let me use their space. I can't afford thousands of dollars to rent out the space.
Right.
And that's one thing we're running into. So, I mean, it's hard. People have to realize that we're all in this together, but we can all help each other if we just learn how to work with each other.
Exactly. You can't explain it better than that, because we have to work together to help everybody here. So you have a TikTok page, you have a SoundCloud page, you're on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Mixcloud. Is there any other places that people can come and find you?
I do have a Twitch, but I don't use it because Twitch is more for gaming.
Right.
I don't do gaming, and I don't know. Twitch won't let me allowed to upload all my videos and all that stuff. So I don't really use Twitch, but everything else I use. Facebook, like I said, is my main page. I do use Instagram. YouTube, I upload my interviews and stuff on YouTube. There might be a couple interviews that are not on my YouTube that are on my Facebook, because I ran out of space on my phone. Again, I don't have all the proper equipment. I'm just starting out.
Right.
But yeah, I do what I can. But yeah, I'm on all the social media. You can find me, contact me. Like I said, just message me and link up with me. I'm really ready to meet all the people out there.
Yes, definitely. Well, Tootie, is there anything that else you'd like to cover before I sign off with you?
I am going to be promoting for a bigger artist in May that I'm going to be promoting for the whole state of Wisconsin. And the whole point of these smaller shows that I'm doing is I'm looking for opening artists to open up for this other mystery artist. So the first show is actually February 24th. It's in Reedsburg, Wisconsin at Tarbanders with Sass. And it starts at 6 p.m. and the tickets were $15, but we did drop them down to $5.
Oh, nice.
So tickets are $5 now. Come and support. We also have a donation bucket on our table to help donate for the Tootie Show if you would like to donate. So I can get some funds to keep help, because I have 3 other shows that I'm doing. for the Battle of the Bars. So the next one is going to be March 23rd, and the next one is April 26th.
Excellent. And is all that information on your Facebook page?
Yes, all the information is on my Facebook page and on my Instagram page. I have a bunch of reels that I was making to spread the word. Also, if you buy a ticket for this first show that on the February 24th, if you buy a ticket, you can get free beer if you're 21 and up until supplies last. We have a keg, so whoever buys a ticket can get free beer until the keg is gone.
Awesome. And for those that are interested in what beer it is, do you know what beer you're going to be having in that keg?
I think it's Bud Light.
Okay. So
I do believe we picked Bud Light.
Perfect. All right.
So again, also if other music artists are listening in, for the next round for March, I'm looking for more artists to jump on the line because I'm looking for other people that are interested in getting their craft out there. And whoever wants this big opportunity to open up for a big independent music artist. Now, the artist, we're not going to say his name yet because he is a mystery. That's the whole point of doing something fun and interesting. So
excellent. All right. So we have been here talking with Tootie about her show, on her unfortunate cancer. I think if it was caught early enough, that I think you should be at a good high percentage of survival. So that's a great thing. We wanted to make sure that you're sticking around. So people go out there and help the Tootie Show as much as you can so she can help support the Wisconsin scene in the music and all the things she is doing. Tootie, thank you so much for being on the Wisconsin Podcast Show. It was great hearing your story, and all the great things you were doing. I can definitely tell you're a real person. You're not being some fake person out there on the social medias. You're there, you're helping support, everything's coming from the heart, and people like you, we need more of people like you. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And I also want to add in, I want to thank a lot of people so far that have helped me through this journey, and all the music artists and my close homies, my friends. I want to thank DJ J Vicious. He's like a brother to me. He's been so helpful through everything. He's helping me do my shows with me. DJ Woodworth is another great close friend that has helping me. He'll be at the show on February 24th. I want to thank Mr. Corey as well. He is the main drummer and fifth piston in the band. And want to thank Overtime, of course. He's my favorite music artist, and all these, so much. There's so many, but with all of them, this wouldn't have happened without them. So I want to thank them all for being a big part of this and being a big part of my life in this journey. And thank you for having me on your Wisconsin Music Podcast. I really do appreciate that.
And thank you for being here. Well, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Wisconsin Music Podcast. Once again, I'm Zach Fell, your host and creator of the Wisconsin Music Podcast, where I love to amplify the great sounds coming out of the Wisconsin state. We have great talent here, great support, great listeners. Thanks to Fox Cities Indie Radio for syndicating this on Wednesdays and Sundays, along with their other great programming. So make sure you check out the Fox Cities Indie Radio. And also thank you to our great guest today, Tootie from the Tootie Show. Please go and help her out. If you'd like to be on the show, just go to wisconsinmusicpodcast.com, fill out the guest request form up at the top, ask for your email and your name, and then I'll send you an auto email asking you for more information. If you are enjoying these episodes, please consider donating to the Wisconsin Music Podcast. Donations help pay for the website and putting the podcast up on streaming services, and also getting our name out there to all Wisconsinites and others that are interested in our great music here in Wisconsin. Donations are secure through PayPal and Stripe. All you have to do is go to the website and click on Donate to WMP. And also make sure you like and subscribe us on all social media and on YouTube.